Welcome to Soaring Phoenix Travels. We're Jim and Tish, and we're so excited to have you join us on this crazy, beautiful adventure we call life. Just a little backstory. We both lost our spouses to cancer in 2022, but about a year and a half ago we found each other, and now we're on a whole new journey, literally on the road. We'll be sharing our travels with you, along with our 2 cats and our trusty sidekick, Jack. For more on our story and how we first met, there's a link below to episode 1. In this week's episode, we're heading to Spearfish, South Dakota and the beautiful Black Hills. We're talking all the highlights, visiting Mount Rushmore, because who doesn't love giant president's heads? Hiking to Community Cave in Spearfish Canyon with the family, and soaking up the stunning views of the Badlands National Park. Oh, and we couldn't resist squeezing in some wine tasting, to balance out all that hiking. But of course, no RV trip is complete without a little repair drama. Let's just say we had a poopsie. Yeah. You're going to want to stick around for that one. Did we mention quality time with the family? You don't want to miss it, so let's dive in. Okay, so we are in Rapid, picking up Nat and JP, and finally, they've made it off the plane. Almost. Any minute. We can see them.
We can see them. They're coming.
They're just taking their own sweet time. Go give them a big hug and a kiss.
They're coming finally.
Hey.
We're here.
You're here. How was your flight?
Good.
Hey, buddy boy.
Good. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you? Dang, it's raining right here. It's not raining 10 feet that way.
So the final 2 of our crew are now here.
Hello. What a cool tattoo.
Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Aren't you supposed to be in bed? Look at that tattoo. That's so cool.
Todd! She got you to come on like Russians! Ready for something?
Todd.
I know, give me a
Hey,
horse.
girl.
Look at those pigtails.
Ride a cowboy, man.
Hi,
pretty girl! You guys did it!
I think we don't know where we're going.
Yeah. We've never
Because
been here.
there's no reason that whole path would be here if it didn't lead to something. Bud, why would this path even be here?
We went the wrong way.
Other people like to hike other trails.
They have an app.
Yeah, we know the app.
Love that.
What?
It's so cool.
Oh, I'm not going in there.
It's like a cool one.
I know.
Looks great.
Not a good idea for 3-year-olds.
No. We've never done it, so
Probably should have done it first.
that was bathtub up there. Unless you shoot it up in the water.
This is it. Come on. Like Adam and Eve. The creation. Come on, my love. Come on. It's okay.
Blake, you made it all the way up. I am so proud of you. Blake, you want to go on the waterfall with me? I know. What are you asking of me? I'm right here.
All right, Kiki. All right, you can cut that out, right?
Yes.
All right. It's recording. All right, that's it. Deacon, we got you too. Deacon, just wave.
Just wait.
Just wave.
You don't
Just go
have
like
to be
this. Just
afraid.
wave. Wave their hand.
No.
Oh, come on.
Nope.
Okay, we're at Mount Rushmore. The Isle of Flags. What do they call it?
Yep.
Yep, the Hall of Flags. All the states. And territories.
Yep, because there's Guam.
Yes. And we may do the hike. I'm not sure yet. The verdict is still out. They're in
6
alphabetical
and
order.
7. But more importantly,
They have great ice cream here.
We do.
So you have to stop for the ice cream when you're done.
You want me to tell you?
So we are doing the Presidential Trail. It's 0.6 miles. It looks like it's all pretty much more or less flat, and it's all paved. So it should be wheelchair
Much
accessible.
easier than some of the hikes that we've been doing lately.
Not quite like, what was it? Community
Community
Cave?
Cave, nightmare.
The hike from hell? Can I say that?
The hike from hell. It was not.
It was not
good.
pretty.
No. It's in the Black Hill, or the Spearfish Canyon, which is just a beautiful place. But Community Cave is probably one that you want to pass. It's not anything.
Worth
The
it.
prize is not worth the challenge
What
to
to
get up
get.
there. Not at all.
So Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, Lincoln?
There you go. Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
We have a winner.
So if you're at Mount Rushmore, do the Presidential Trail. It's about 0.6 miles. There are a few stairs, maybe 100 stairs, but it's definitely worth it. You get some amazing views and very different perspectives of the monument, and there's some signs along the way that gives you some more information about each one of the presidents. So we were on our way back from Mount Rushmore, and we saw a sign that said Naughty Wines. How do you not stop at a place called Naughty Wines? So we're gonna check it out. Okay, so we are at Naughty Wines, and I already love this place. And we haven't even started tasting yet. So cool. So this is Prairie Berry. So as soon as Jim gets in, we're gonna check it out. Oh my gosh, it already looks amazing. I can't wait to try the wines. Okay, so quick recap. Prairie Berry Winery, excellent wines. We had a great time wine tasting. Chris was fabulous, and get this, wine tastings free.
Free.
Free. And that did not influence the fact that we did buy a bottle. So we got the Deadwood Red, and I highly recommend
And
it.
it's more of a rosé.
Than a traditional red, but it was really good.
It's the kind of wine that if it was like 100 degrees outside and you were sitting there, you could finish it in 15 minutes and not feel bad at all.
Okay, maybe
It's-
half an hour. Anyways.
No, maybe 20 minutes.
Prairie Berry Wines, definitely thumbs up. We bought a bottle, we're bringing it home. be going to the Badlands National Park today, but we got sidetracked looking for, I don't know, some kind of hydraulic oil that we need to put on the auto leveling gear. This is our third stop. We haven't found it. We did get slightly sidetracked at Cabela's for well over an hour. So the Badlands National Park is not going to happen today, but hopefully we'll be able to get to it tomorrow. And maybe the smoke will have cleared. We've got fires in the area and we'll get some better footage. And as you can see, I'm in the car by myself because Jim is in trying to get the hydraulic oil. Okay, so after going to 7 stores, we finally found at the Harley-Davidson store the fork oil type E that we need to fix the hydraulic in the front stabilizers. Unfortunately, when we came home, we also found that we had a leak under the rig again, that we don't know where it's from. I'm gonna flip this around. So there is some leak going on here, which we suspect may be from the black tank. After fixing the pole for the black tank and putting in all new insulation yesterday, we have now pulled all of the insulation back out. And Jim is under here again doing something. I'm honestly not even sure what he's trying to do at the moment.
Got to take this thing down again.
Are you taking the bladder down?
I'm taking the membrane down again.
The membrane down.
Yeah, for like the 10th time since I've owned this.
So we can let it air out and hopefully figure out where the leak's coming from.
Because we don't know. All
But
we know
hopefully
is it's a leak.
It'll be an easy fix. We hope.
One of our worst nightmares is water leaks in the tank, and we experienced it. And I saw dripping in the rocks here, and so I had to undo the coroplast, and all of the insulation was soaking wet and dripping some nasty water that was not coming from the gray, it was coming from the black. So I've rinsed the black out several times, many times, and then filled it up, and as you can see, we have drips right there coming from somewhere up above it. Okay, so here is the leak right there, stress crack right on the corner of the support beam and the corner of the tank. So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do to fix this without having to get a new tank, or at least hold it off until I can get a new tank. So I've got some ideas, and as soon as I figure them out, I'm going to share with you what my solution is. So quick note, I fixed the black tank. At least I hope I fixed the black tank. I called a Grand Design dealer, and they said to use this 3M semi-rigid epoxy. So they told me where to find it. I found it, but it has a special 10-to-1 applicator gun, which seems to be a unicorn, because I could not find that anywhere within 200 miles. Nobody had it. They had the epoxy, they didn't have the applicator. And one is not any good without the other. The tube comes in a two-in-one tube. So I was kind of at a loss of what to do. Was at a Walmart local in Spearfish, and I saw a product that I thought might work. I think it's called 650 or something like that. I don't know what it's called. It was a tube of epoxy kind of stuff. It was one tube though. It was not a mix. So I called the company and I explained that the tank is made of polyethylene, which is the issue. They're very hard, great tanks to use for what we're using them for, but things do not glue to them very easily. So I asked them, and they said it should work if you rough up the surface somewhat. It should work. So I did that. The issue was when the tank gets full, it's at the very, very top. So it's not like down below, like it just starts leaking right away. In fact, you may never see it leak ever because it's at the very top, above the bracket rail, if you know where that is. And hopefully you'll never find out because you'll never have this issue. But if you do, that might work. Now, that being said, we were just at the National Rally for Grand Design, and I was talking to a couple of the repair guys, and they said they use something called MEK, methyl ethyl ketone. It's a very potent rocket fuel, if you will, highly flammable, and they take some of the polyethylene, which you could probably find at a Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. You just take a piece and put it in the MEK, and it will melt. It will totally melt it down to where it becomes like a goopy, not a syrup, but a goopy paste. And you want to get some sandpaper, really rough up the area that's cracked. And when you put this on it with the polyethylene mixed with the MEK, and you paint it on, literally paint it on, let it dry, paint it on again, it is melting that polyethylene into the crack. And they said if you cut it in half, you'll never know there was a crack because it literally melds itself right into the polyethylene, and you'll have a permanent fix for good if you use that method, which I did not find out until I had already fixed it and hopefully fixed it. But if I didn't, I know how to fix it the next time.
Okay, we are in the Badlands National Park. We just stopped at the Rifle?
Something like that.
Something. We just stopped at the visitor center, got our book stamped, and we are headed in to do the interior loop.
Yep.
Interior loop drive.
No, yeah, whatever this is. It's the main road through the park where you get to see most of the outlooks and, you know, most of the goodies. It's all paved. You know, we're not going to go down any dirt roads or anything like that. But because you're going to get probably 90% of the things you want to see. Yeah, it's
just looking at these crazy rock formations. So
it's very cool.
The rock formations are just absolutely spectacular. There is a campground right at the entrance. So if you want to come here and overnight, you could do that. I'm not sure if they have hookups, but we'll look into that. But this place is just otherworldly. We are at the White River Valley Overlook, and all I can think about is that this landscape looks like it's out of some kind of crazy, I don't know, Star Wars movie or something. It's just so unreal. It's about 5 minutes or 5 miles from the visitor center. It's super easy to get here, and I wish we had time to do some hikes today, but unfortunately we don't, and it is 104 degrees outside, so I'm not sure I'd want to even if we did. But you've got to see this if you come here. It is just, it's crazy. It's so unique from any other thing I've seen on the planet. After leaving the Badlands National Park, make a pit stop at the one and only Wall Drug. It's cute, it's quirky, and yes, they still have free ice water. Whether you're craving a donut bigger than your head or you just need to stretch your legs, and a glass of that famous ice water, go see what all the fuss is about. And this is the inside of part of Wall Drugs, which is kind of just as crazy as the outside, but so so touristy. It kind of reminds you of like, I don't know, the cheesy side of Las Vegas.
This is the worst, the cheesiest of cheese. But they do have some stores that are kind of cool. Like this store right here, this country store.
So apparently one of the things they're known for at Wall Drug are the donuts. So I think I'm gonna have to get one of these. So they have all the signs along the sides of the road that say free ice water and coffee 5 cents. And lo and behold, they still let you get a cup of coffee for 5 cents. Join us next week for part 2 of our epic Spearfish South Dakota Black Hills adventure, because once was just not enough. We'll be taking on Devil's Tower, renting a slingshot and cruising the jaw-dropping Needles Highway, and of course, more family fun at Lake Sheridan. Oh, and don't miss our hike to Devil's Bathtub. Spoiler alert, there's water involved. And did we mention more time with the family? Yeah, lots of family. So buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride, and we'll see you next week.